Hello and welcome back. My name's Eliza Miron here at Daily Run with Za. So if you're new here, I'm sharing my story about my run streak of over 18 years. I haven't missed a single day of running since September of 2002. So I'm using Instagram or YouTube as a way to answer questions over on Instagram. And today's question is, do I run on the treadmill? So to explain what a run streak is, you can visit runeveryday.com. It was an association established back in like early 2000s by John Strumsky and Dawn Strumsky. I do have a podcast where I interviewed them, and they kind of formulated this run streak list of people that have run streaks. So back then it started at maybe 40. We're up to like 4,000 people in the world now that have active and or retired run streaks. So a run streak is running minimum 1 mile every calendar day for at least a year. And they do specify on runeveryday.com. It can be over hill and dale, on a treadmill, anywhere is acceptable to get in this 1 mile. So to begin running on the treadmill is perfectly acceptable, and it does count towards your run streak. And I do have podcasts with other run streakers where the treadmill is very important in their run streak, just as far as weather, kids, just time, convenience. The treadmill provides all these abilities to be able to get in your 1 mile run. It's especially if you have one at your house, you just kind of hop on, zone out for a mile, and then you're done for the day. So, treadmill is perfectly acceptable in a run streak, and no negative connotations towards anybody that runs on a treadmill. But to answer your question, if I run on a treadmill, I decided back in 2009 that I was not going to include a treadmill as part of my run streak. But prior to 2009, so from 2002 to 2009, I guess that's about 7 years, there were, so in 7 years, I'd say I probably used the treadmill maybe 50 times to be a part of my run streak. I remember one time was early on in my run streak, when I'd run in the morning. Fridays I only ran 20 minutes as part of my training plan, and I just kind of cranked it out on the treadmill before school. Another time, because of the winter or the ice. But so in 2009, late 2008, early 2009, I was actually recovering from this IT band injury, and it was winter out, and it just made it more difficult to run outside with this injury. As far as the slipping and the movement, I had to still continue my run and run through this injury, and running in the winter just kind of made it worse. So I kind of committed to treadmill running. I think I still was running 3 or 4 miles, like maybe even more, because I was training for a marathon, not knowing if I'd be able to get healthy enough to run the marathon. But I was definitely, still putting in some runs, and treadmill running was a big part of my training. So I did, most of my runs on the treadmill late 2008, early 2009. But I just kind of came to this point where I realized, the run streak is more about braving the elements, getting outside, experiencing that fresh air, experiencing the seasons. So I just felt like a part of me was missing, because I was doing most of my runs inside on a treadmill, on this machine, not going anywhere, not really experiencing outside and life and nature. So I just kind of told myself, when I get healthy, like I want to be able to really enjoy the runs again and be able to get outside no matter what the elements are. So that's kind of when I decided to give up the treadmill. And, since then, I guess, 99% of my runs have been outside since 2009. There's been, a handful of times where I've run at the Y indoor track. And once again, I just felt like, I didn't even get in my run today because I'm running inside and doing loops and seeing people and not really experiencing outside. But so the last time I ran inside was 2019, February 2019, where we had a polar vortex here in Indiana, negative 17 degrees, which I could have done it, you know, but I think I listened to the news, like, okay, it's too cold to breathe. So I ran on the indoor track for 2 days during that time. Also, when I was pregnant, I ran around my parents' indoor pool. Actually, my second pregnancy is when I ran around my parents' indoor pool to get in my run, and it's opting out of the treadmill. I stayed at a hotel. Winter time, it was just kind of like, I felt like it was dangerous being pregnant, running on slippery ice and, you know, kind of like an unknown place. So I ran around the hotel's indoor pool, many, many loops. So there's potential to get in your run indoors if the weather is super not permitting. But for, you know, the most part, every single day I've gotten outside to do my run. This past February was, I mean, the winters here in Indiana aren't horrible. But it's definitely, I can totally understand why people opt for the treadmill. You know, once again, I make life harder for myself. And, you know, but some of my most amazing runs where I felt like the most connected to nature, to earth, you know, kind of more of a spiritual run, have been in the winter time, where it's just calm, quiet, no one's outside. It's just kind of like you and your breath and just like this calmness of the air. So it's not the most glamorous running on ice and snow, but, you know, that's something I decided that I wanted to make that commitment to brave the elements and get my run done outside. So I hope this answered your question about running on a treadmill. I actually don't know the last, I guess it was 2009, the last time I actually ran on a treadmill. I don't know, it just doesn't excite me. And, you know, I think there's other ways to connect to the run without having to incorporate a machine. So, yeah, I hope this answered your questions, and I look forward to the next video. I have a whole list of questions here for the month of July. So over on Instagram, Daily Run with Sal, you can follow me there, follow my clips of my daily run and other entertaining videos. But if you like this video, please hit the like and do subscribe so you don't miss out on these other videos that I make. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.